How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm still sick, and today we're going to be talking about the best 7 stars to take to rank 3. I'm sure with Cyber Weekend, we're going to be seeing tons of rank 3 resources available for money. So, and probably some units, but yeah, we're just going to go through the best ones. I do want to say as a disclaimer, just rank up who you want to rank up. I have a rank 3 Blade, I have a rank 3 Deathless Vision, a rank 3 Venom Pool, a rank 3 Deadpool. So, you know, when it comes to just having fun on your account, have fun with your account. But I am going to show you the best, objectively, the best 7 stars to take to rank 3 if you're spending on Cyber Weekend units or cash. So, yeah, let's just get started. This is going to be just like last video. We're going to have 5 of the top choices in each category. Timestamps will be down below, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. And yeah, let's get started. Starting with the science class, at number 1, I have Silk. Like in my last video, as I explained, she's one of the fastest science attackers available in the game. She can finish fights extremely fast. If she's awakened, she gets slow. She reduces the opponent's regen rate. And then she can chain combos and hits with the relic for like ever. And with the relic, she gains like the extra fury chance because you have another opportunity to hit. She's just absolutely fantastic. Definitely rank 3 worthy. One of the best attackers in the game in general. At number 2, we have Hulk rank 3. So I have this guy, Natural Sig 120. He's begging to be taken to rank 3. I only have him at rank 2. I can't get him up there, I guess. But this dude is an absolute beast. And in bad matchups and battlegrounds and tricky situations, you can put him on defense too. He has a really big health pool. So at rank 3, it's 86,000 health. I believe that's without modifier like skill point modifiers. So yeah, so he has a chunky health pool, and he just deals a lot of damage, man. Bunch of physical resistance debuffs and that kind of stuff. So and poison immunity, Third option here is Photon if you need some defense, man. Photon, even on Awakened, is just kind of annoying on defense. If you can get her Awakened, though, she does get a lot of cool stuff. She'll be immune to neutralize. She decreases the opponent's block proficiency and just gets more energy vulnerability debuffs on the opponent. But yeah, she's just an absolute beast. Even on attack too. Really good on attack as well. Can handle almost all the Mystic champions in my opinion. Really underrated on attack, I think. But it's just because she's so useful on defense, you usually use her there. But that's the third suggestion. My fourth suggestion may or may not surprise some people. It's Luke Cage. So Luke Cage has a ton of utility. If you get him awakened, you can tank special 3s or just little mistakes you made in the fight, which is super useful everywhere in the game. And he has these concussions, which reduce the opponent's ability accuracy by 15% per debuff consumed when he throws that special 2. So yeah, he's just an absolute. There's so much you can do with that, and again, it's ability accuracy. So all that means is that it's not just offensive ability accuracy or defensive ability accuracy. It's just ability accuracy all around. So it's really, really nice, and he hits really, really hard. So this would be my fourth suggestion. All right, so number 5, because a science class is so stacked, I'm just gonna loop it all into one. If you're looking at Titania, Spider-Ham, Overseer, or Count Nefaria, all fantastic options. I mean, there's so many. I mean, even Captain America down here in the corner, Infinity War, and Spot, Void if he's awakened at a high sig. Like, there's so many options in the science class. So that 5th spot's really, really open. I hate to leave it like that. Some people want definitive answers, but I just can't answer that, If you have any of those champions, they're all worth it. So, yeah. All right, moving on to the skill champions. My first suggestion would be Bullseye. Even with the 60 frames per second, people dodging that special 1 a little easier, but he's still just a pain, dude. You still, if you push him to a special 1, you still can't punish him after that, and if you do, you get stunned and then comboed to death, basically. Really nasty on defense and pretty underrated on offense, in my opinion, a little bit. He can do some really amazing things. He's great in incursions, in certain incursions with certain builds, especially the Power Sting Bleed build. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about him. If you fought him, you know what he can do. You know, if you can't dodge that special one, you're taking a bunch of chip damage on your block. So that's my first suggestion. So the skill options here are going to be pretty similar to the awakening gem options, just because like there's a lot of, you know, the skill class has some pretty peak champions that you're probably going to use. But anyways, number 2 is going to be Korg. He obviously is just a tried and true defender in almost every meta. You can put him out there and he's going to be somewhat of a pain on defense. If you mess up, you're taking chip damage from his rock stacks. If you're trying to light intercept, you got to deal with AI. So, you know, pick your poison, I guess. And he has a nice chunky health pool. I think I'm really debating taking him to rank 3 if that opportunity arises. Or yeah, arises is a word. If that opportunity arose or whatever. And yeah, I want to. I'm really considering taking him up. And then on offense, like I mentioned in the last video, he can take some spider hams. Spider ham evades. He just becomes unstoppable, unblockable, and just punishes him. So a lot of fun. All right, suggestion number 3, Mole Man. So Mole Man kind of has. He's pretty solid on defense. You know, if you mess up, you get that unstoppable going. He punishes you. You're knocked out. Especially in battlegrounds. But on offense, he's just really, really good. You get that true strike right off rip when you're not in frenzy and below 10 monster mass. So like at the beginning of the fight, and then once you go into monster frenzy, or monster mass. Is it monster mass or frenzy? Yeah, you gain unstoppable, and then you basically just deal tons of damage and bleeds. So yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic champion. There's really not much to say except that he's just good. He's just a good champion. If you've used him, you know. So let's move on. Number 4 is Crossbones. So like we discussed in the last video, every time he gets a Fury, he reduces the opponent's defensive ability accuracy, which is really good. And if he's awakened, he has a chance to purify all incoming debuffs and turn them into Furies. And he also has that nice utility where he doesn't crit, which comes in handy quite often in certain situations, certain nodes. So yeah, he's just a beast. And then even on defense, you know, if he's a high enough sig, he can just shrug off those stun debuffs when they're not paying attention, maybe punish them, you combo them up. If I had enough resources for everyone in the game, he'd be at rank 3 for sure, but he's just not at a high enough sig level for me personally yet. But yeah, that'd be my 4th suggestion. My 5th suggestion, I don't know how many people like. So this is Falcon. He's one of the best skilled champions in the game. The problem is he is boring as hell to play. Not gonna lie. You swipe back, you hold block, and once you lock on, basically Falcon will passively reduce the opponent's defensive ability actually by 100%. Just straight up, you go back, hold block, defensive ability actually is reduced by 100%. And then you're critting like crazy, and you gain extra attack while locked on. Like, he's really good. One of the best champions to handle tons. There's a whole list. Go search up the list. It's probably not even up to date. If you go search up the list of what he can counter, it's nuts. He can counter Korg, rock stacks. He can counter Thing, unstoppable ability. He can really anything. Atuma, I think he can do. I think he can do that. There might be a funny interaction there, but anyways, yeah, he can just handle a lot of stuff. Super easy. So if you just want an easy champion to get past a ton of content, Falcon's your guy. You don't have to worry about any other defensive abilities. And then, but yeah, like I said, he's just kind of boring. You just hold block and then you punch, and that's it. There's no looping or anything like that. So pretty easy champion, amazing champion to take to rank 3. As a bonus pick for skill, Atuma. If you have him awakened, so he can deal that damage when you make contact hits. At rank 3, this guy is super annoying, super tricky to fight, even with a good counter, in my opinion. Like, I struggle with him at least, and I make it to Gladiator Circuit every single season. And if I see an Atuma, I'm probably not going to ban him, but because I don't ban him, it's just going to be a headache that I have to figure out. And I just know I'm going to take some damage from just trying to match up with him. So this is just kind of a bonus pick here. All right, moving on to Mutant. So we got Domino here at number 1. I have her at rank 3. Absolute beast. When the RNG doesn't go your way, she still hits hard. When the RNG goes your way, you're finishing fights in 20 seconds. Absolute beast. On defense, she's evading. She's doing chip damage with her critical failure ability, just making the opponent mad. You can't even avoid this damage most of the time. So it's just she's just amazing. And then her synergies just, I mean, if you pair up with Red Hulk and I mean, just Red Hulk alone is nuts. I mean, she's just a good all around everywhere champion. She shrugs off bleeds, the bleeds, shrugging off the bleeds. She gets power with the Mr. Sinister relic. She can shrug off the bleed that comes with that and gain more power. If she doesn't shrug it off, she gains more attack. It's just, she's just crazy, man. Just an absolute beast. So this is definitely, I think, number 1 on my list for sure. Number 2 is someone everyone, well, most people got here recently, including myself, and that's Mr. Sinister. I took him straight to rank 2. This dude is an absolute beast after his buff, and then on defense, he's quite annoying. There are some counters for him, including Warlock and Jack-o'-lantern. They're kind of few and far in between. You really just have to not crit or somehow control this regen that he's got. And if you can't do that, you're not knocking this guy out. And his special 2 is pretty tricky to time, in my opinion. If you mess that up, you know, you're getting knocked out. And then, you know, the back and forth with how he throws the special 1s, you know, you can dodge the first special 1, maybe the second, but at the third, he's starting to put on those degens on you. And yeah, and then on offense, he's one of the counters to Bullseye, like one of the easy counters to Bullseye, in my opinion. You just, you know, and then with the debuff like thing where he can extend debuffs, he's just great. He's really just great. That's what I'm trying to say. If you can get him awakened, he becomes a nice quester. So yeah, that's my second suggestion. Third suggestion, obviously, Onslaught. Again, these are no particular order, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, but Onslaught here is definitely, I mean, one of the best options on in the mutant class to take to rank 3. Just an absolute beast. Again, amazing Bullseye counter, but really just an amazing everyone counter. He puts on this organic magnetism, neural shocks. He's immune to, like, yeah, and he's immune to bleed and center and shock. And I should say he resists it, so he can heal from those effects. So it's even better. Yeah, again, it's just so much. On defense, you know, you hit him, you crit, you take neuroshock damage. So even if you play perfectly, you're probably losing at least 20% health, 30% health just by playing right against him. Unless you're using like Jack-o'-lantern or something, which is pretty new champion you can't even access yet unless you bought crystals and got lucky. So this dude's just a beast, man. He's just a beast. All right, my 4th suggestion is Dust. She's just one of those really well-balanced champions. I really enjoy her on attack. She can handle a lot of fights. She has that bleed immunity and bleed, poison, and shock. So it's a triple threat. And then she has the Sandstorm ability, which if you don't know how to control that, that's a ton of chip damage as well. And then, yeah, her special 1's pretty easy to dodge, but that special 2, good luck. Your frames are gone and you're gone. So yeah, that's my 4th suggestion. All right, and my 5th suggestion is that, oh, sorry. My real 5th suggestion is Sunspot. This dude is an absolute beast. I love this champion. When he was a 5-star, I took him to rank 5 when he first came out, and I loved him. An absolute beast, especially for Battlegrounds. A lot of people don't know that he can basically have like 100% perfect well-timed blocks, depending on how you play, so you don't even lose health when you're blocking with this guy. And yeah, his awaken ability isn't necessary, just increases the amount of solar charges you have to work with. And then yeah, I mean, it's basically 1 special 1, nuke him down, maybe 2 if you want to get real crazy. And then if the opponent is a skill champion and shrugs off his incinerates, he just gains power like crazy. I love this guy. He's a lot of fun. I think he has a legitimate spot here at number 5. Bonus, if you spent money, Wolverine Weapon X. Try to fight this guy as a rank 3. It's pretty annoying. Like, even though you know how to fight him, there are nodes and AI interactions where sometimes you just get backed into a corner and you're screwed, man. So, and then on offense, he's actually really good. Vega just released a video, I think, of playing him on offense, I believe. So check that out if you want to see what he can do. But again, he's pretty exclusive, so I thought I'd just throw it in here just in case, though. All right, the Cosmic class. So this is my personal, this has been the most useful rank 3 Cosmic I have, and he's been the most useful for over a year, and that's Maestro. Why? Because he's just a tanky, very good defender. You put him with his glancing and how he works with building up his radiation and stuff. You just put him on defense, man. He's probably at the very least going to stall them out for a pretty long time. I mean, there's some counters, but depending on like the nodes in the battlegrounds meta, he can last just a long, long, long time. So just a very, very good champion. We're going to be getting a chance to awaken him soon, which will make him even better. And then also because of this ability here, or his immunities to poison, shock, and incinerate, he took a lot of tricky alliance war pass for me. You know, even on Awakened, you know, that damage wasn't the absolute best, but it was definitely manageable. It worked. It was fine, especially in Alliance War. So yeah, there's just a lot of stuff you can do, and he's just a really, really cool champion. So if you have him as a 7-star, this would be my, personal first suggestion. All right, my second suggestion is Serpent. I don't have him, but if you have this guy, even on Awaken, he's just a scary defender, dude. And then when he's awakened, he can't be knocked out. He basically he gains tons of power. He is unblockable. He gets true focus. He has an inexorable, which means he can't be pushed back. He has pierce. Lord have mercy, what doesn't this guy have? He's just one of those toxic defenders, dude. So definitely rank this guy up to rank 3 if you have him. Honestly, you'll probably thank yourself just for having him on defense. All right, my third suggestion here is Vox if he's awakened. He does need to be awakened. Mine's not. That's why he's not ranked up higher. But when he's awakened, he has he has the unique ability to place these degens, which again, no one is immune to. Skill champions can still shrug it off. But no one's really, really immune to it, I think, except maybe Spider-Ham with enough charges, right? So, yeah, he's just very, very easy to play. A lot of fun, looks really cool. And then those degens can start ticking up to like 15k, 20k if you're high enough rank, and you can pause them with the Awaken ability. So this would be my third suggestion. My fourth suggestion is also someone I don't have. It's Superior Iron Man as a 7-star. I don't think he needs to be awakened per se, but it'd be cool to have him awakened. But I'm using this guy right now in raids, and he just is so easy to play. The only downside with this guy, because he has so many buffs and utility, is like he's just kind of boring. They didn't revamp his animations, so he's just he's kind of boring to play. Not gonna lie, he has the old Iron Man animations, but he's definitely worthy. Super easy access to armor breaks on all of his special attacks, and yeah, he's just easy to play, easy to understand, and yeah. All right, my fifth suggestion, and it was close. There's tons of good ones in here that are all kind of at the same level, I think. And I think looking at everyone I had, if I were to get another rank 3 Cosmic, Venom would be in the running. As I explained in the last video, he's super easy to play. Also has super easy access to armor breaks. If he's awakened, he gains 3 buffs at the start and increases that potency. If they're a Spider-Verse champion, they can't evade from this guy. He gains True Strike, and then he also gains True Strike when they're below, I think it's like 15% health or 20% health, 18% health, right in the middle. So yeah, super good champion. Again, I won't I hate that they changed what he looked like before, honestly, but that's okay, man. It's whatever. As a bonus pick, I wanted to shout out Scream. I've been using the 6-star Scream, absolute beast. I can't imagine her at rank 3. I think when she's finally available as a 7-star to everybody in the Titan Crystal, those people who pull her are going to probably fall in love with her. Super easy access to armor breaks and bleeds. I don't think she needs to be awakened. I think it just kind of gives her some bonuses against Spider-Verse and Symbiote champions, and some tech champions sometimes. But I mean, it'd be nice to have. But yeah, you just basically, I think it's like special 1 and then build up special 2, launch that special 2, and then watch them melt. So yeah, and then in incursions, she has tons of buffs and debuffs to play with. So just a lot of fun all around. All right, we're at the tech class now. Number 1 is Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. This isn't a meme. He is genuinely one of the fastest rank 3 attackers out there, period. You just dodge a couple times, evade a couple times, and then he has the utility of the power drain. It's on-demand power drain. It does have a cooldown, but it drains so much power that, with the combination of Relic, you can either, chain stun them for like a good 10-15 hits, or you can use it to get an opening to heavy them to power drain them. Like, he has so much good stuff in his kit. And yeah, I mean, you would probably want him awakened because that grants him more critical rating per poise, but it's really not necessary. And he's just one of the coolest champions, in my opinion, in the game. So that's my number 1 suggestion. So my number 2 is actually Warlock. So Warlock, he's just been a utility god since he came out as a 5-star. He's just that good, man. You put on, he's immune to poison, cold snap, bleed. You put on those viruses, get them built up. Then when they heal, they power drain, and it also passively heal blocks, but it's not technically a heal block, which comes in handy a lot. He can power drain on the special 1. He gets the armor break on the special 2. Special 3 can power drain and heal him. Yeah, it's just a lot. He's just so good, man. He's just so good for so much stuff. And then on defense, he's really annoying because when you hit him, you get the viruses. And if you're running willpower, good luck. You're going to start taking degen damage. So that is my suggestion for number 2. Number 3 is kind of a defensive pick. Iron Man Infinity War is kind of still relevant, man. He just is a tanky boy who has really long, annoying special attacks. The special 2, he flies in the back of the map and it shoots rockets that you have to dodge. The special 1 doesn't even tell you it's unblockable until he hits you with it, and then it'll say unblockable. So it's just kind of tricky, and then you have to wait for him to shoot those 2 like plasma bolts or whatever they are. And then yeah, he has auto block, which if you pair that in battlegrounds, he can parry you. That's not fun. And yeah, he's just all around just has the right kit just to be kind of that annoying tanky defender. So that's my 3rd suggestion. 4th suggestion is someone I don't even have. It's Arcade. He's an absolute nightmare for me right now on defense. I'm trying to learn him. He has a lot going on. He is going to get a buff here soonish. Here, I think it's a month or a couple months. There's a lot here. The biggest thing is he can activate that auto block, and he can do it quite often, and he can parry you. So and then his special attacks are kind of tricky to dodge as well. So he's just been kind of a pain for me watching other people play him. He seems very good on defense and wins them a lot of matches. They beat me with this guy a lot of times. So if you have him, I definitely would consider ranking him up. All right, number 5 is a pretty exclusive champion. Is Hulkbuster, dude. Go look up some Hulkbuster gameplay. Absolute beast. Really unique play style. Basically, what I do anyways is I just special 2 into their block, heavy them 5 or 6 times, build up their shocks, maybe throw another special 1 into their block, and just continue to pummel them in the corner. And that's really it. That's really all you need to know. The special 2 completely power drains them, basically. He gets, reduced bleed and poison potency on him, that kind of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff here. The only problem is he's kind of locked behind that incursions crystal right now, and there's no other way to get him. So that's why I don't have him. So, but that's my 5th suggestion. Now I have 2 more suggestions that I couldn't really fit in the list. Red Skull and Ironheart. I think those are both awesome champions to rank 3. I think Punisher 2099 is also a solid champion if you have him. And Ultron, believe it or not, I think would be useful, as well as Penny Parker and Omega Sentinel. So there's like a lot of champions here. I mean, hell, Iron Man, he's really good in raids. So like there's a lot of champions here. Infamous Iron Man, sure. Like there's a lot of champions who could have made the top 5 suggestions. Jack-O-Lantern, I didn't put him in there because he's just not readily available right now. Shuri, she's really good at for Necropolis. Like tech champions are just really well rounded. It's a really well rounded class. So don't feel bad about really any choice you make here in the tech class. If I get Kang, I'm taking him to rank 3. Like, come on. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just a good class. All right, moving on to Mystic, we have Juggernaut at number 1. This is my number 1 suggestion. Just all around, just amazing champion. You know, he has a chance to nullify per unstoppable, and really he's just a go get it damage champion. As long as they can't put a weakness or something on you, yeah, you can just basically just use those unstoppables to just get them into a corner, launch a special 2. If they're still alive, you know, just keep pummeling them in the corner. So I don't think I need to explain much about this guy. If you're curious about him, watch some gameplay on him. He's super simple kit, super easy to understand, and yeah. All right, number 2 suggestion is Kushala, an absolute beast. Really good against a lot of Cosmic Champions. She kind of brought that old school Mystic gameplay back that I like, where you're just nullifying the opponent's abilities and turning them into stuff that they don't like. So for her, she turns them into incinerates. She can place, if they don't gain buffs or they don't gain buffs naturally, I should say, and aren't immune to buffs, she can put buffs on the opponent and use those instead for her abilities. So she's just really awesome. She also has Soul Barb, so if you don't want to nullify, you can put Soul Barb on and do damage that way. Yeah, she's just really good. She also has where is it? Oh yeah, she's immune to bleed and incinerate, so that's really cool. Double immunities. Just a really good champion. Number 3, America. If you need a serpent counter, like I said in the last video, she's 90% of the way there, dude. A couple negative zones and you should be okay at controlling that fight again. Again, like I said, I finally saw the light with this character very recently, and yeah, I would definitely take her to rank 3. She might be my next rank 3. I don't know, there's a lot of champions out there, but yeah, she's just really good. And then on defense, if they don't know how to control her, if she starts gaining that power real quick, you got a special 2 and it's unblockable and you don't know how to dodge it, like me, you're kind of screwed. Yeah, you're just gonna take that full damage from the special 2. So again, just a really good, if you can counter Serpent, you are definitely in the running to be a rank 3. All right, 4th suggestion is Enchantress. Like I discussed in my last video, she just can be put on nodes that make it really hard to get those spells removed. And as a defender, if you can't remove her spells and she launches a special 1, you just take damage, just straight up. And then in a lot of these instances, she can build up to another special 1 really quickly and just kind of chain them, especially in this most recent meta. So yeah, she's just kind of a really scary defender, actually. More scary than I thought she would be. So that's my 4th suggestion. 5th suggestion is going to be the Hood. If you have the Hood, I think he's only available as a 7-star in the Titan Crystal right now. If you have him, though, he is an absolute beast, man. If you don't know how he works, he basically fires these Hood bullets. The more Hood bullets he throws and uses, the more staggers on the opponent. The more staggers on the opponent, the more you can, the more damage you do when you heavy them, and it turns them into just crazy damage. So look up a video of like a rank 5 6-star Hood, or even like I'm sure someone has a rank 3 Hood out there now, but he's definitely on my list to try to get as a rank 3. He has the invisibility, and that special 2 staggers the opponent, so it removes all their buffs right away. Like, he's just a really good champion. So that's my 5th suggestion. All right, my last 2 suggestions are Shathra and Spiral. Little bonus picks for you. Again, Spiral's just not really readily available, and Shathra just couldn't quite make the list. She's a really good, but she, like, in my opinion, has a really risky play style. I think she would benefit a lot from like an intimidate, because right now you kind of just have to hope the AI doesn't hit you when you're holding heavy. But anyways, those are my 2 like bonus picks, I guess. All right, everybody, that was my top 5 suggestions of each class on who might be best to take to rank 3 out of the 7-star class. Let me know if it helped you out. Let me know if you have any suggestions that Who's your favorite rank 3? Who do you think I should have put in some of those top 5s? Who I should have discussed? Let me know in the comments so everyone else can see it. And yeah, man, I guess that's it. I guess I'll end the video just showing my rank 3s. These are who I have. Again, I like to have a balance of fun and usefulness here in my rank 3s. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this roster. And yeah, that's it. Again, when you're taking someone to rank 3, you probably can't get it wrong. I know that feeling when you're just like, oh man, I don't want to mess up this rank 3 choice. But just kind of look at your roster and see, you know, what hole you need filled, and go from there. So hopefully this video helped you out, and that's it. Y'all take care.